This is a video to learn how to do a chi-squared test on the prism. First in this document, if you want to pause and write these notes down, you can. And I have these steps for running a chi-squared on the prism. We start with F3 test, then chi F3, and then we want a two-way test, so F2 two-way. And then you're going to press F2 to go into the matrices. F3 for dimensions, so you can enter in a number of rows and columns. Press exit twice and execute. So we're going to start by looking at this first problem. Benefits and risks of taking Viagra for 98 women as an antidepressant, or who are on antidepressants. This table shows those experiencing headaches for those given Viagra and those given a placebo. So there were 21 headaches of 49 people who were taking Viagra, 13 on the placebo out of 49. We want to see, is there a relationship? Now there seems to be some of a difference. In the sample, more headaches occurred for those on Viagra, but is it significantly more? Is there a relationship between taking the drug or not and getting a headache or not? So we're testing a relationship between those two. So we're going to go to our prism. And in the stats app, I'm going to press F3 test, F3 chi. We want the two-way, so F2. And then I'm going to enter in my matrix of the observed. So I'm going to put in the observed numbers. Now, realize that is just the numbers from the study, not the total. So just those four numbers that we're putting in. And I'm not going to put the expected in. The calculator will automatically calculate that for us. So we're just going to put in the observed. So I'm going to press F2 to go to matrix. And then I'm going to put in matrix A. It's a 2 by 2. So you enter in how many dimensions you need. 2 by 2. And you can see I already have my data values in. You're going to type the four values in. And then I'm going to hit exit twice. And I'm ready to run the test. When I press execute, it gives me a chi-squared of 2.88. Not very big, p-value 0.0895, not very small. So this is bigger than 0.05 alpha. The p-value is too big for us to reject. So to answer the question, is there a relationship? I do not have enough evidence that there is a relationship between Viagra and getting headaches, since the p-value is 0.08. Second question looks at male and female and preference of color. Is there a relationship between gender and what color people prefer? You can see the females prefer green a lot more than males, but again, there's a lot more females in our study than there are males. Blue's about the same, black's about the same, other is definitely higher for female, but again, the females have more. Is there a relationship between the two of these? So we're going to go back to our prism. Let's go back, we'll run it from the beginning. F3 test, chi. We want a two-way chi. I'm going to go into here. Now I actually have my data in matrix C. You have more than one matrix. If you just want to write over matrix A again and reuse matrix A every time, that's fine. But I'm going to go into matrix C. It's a 4 by 2, so when I press dimensions, I would enter in 4 and 2. And then you can see I have all my data values in for the green, black, blue, and other. And then when I hit exit twice, I'm going to run this test, but I'm going to select matrix C. So I'm going to press F1 for matrix, and I'm going to use matrix C. And I want my expected counts to go into matrix B, since I'm already using matrix B for the first question. So I'm going to put that in as D. So I'm using C and D now, and I'm going to run this calculation. And you can see the chi-squared 327 is humongous. They don't even have times 10 to the negative whatever. It's just straight 0. Because that's such a huge chi-squared. If I want to, I'll show you this feature real quick. From here, if I hit matrix, I can go into B or D, B for the first question, D for this one, and I can see my expected counts. Save you some trouble when trying to calculate expected counts, that if you just run a chi-squared test, it'll calculate it for you. So even when you're doing it by hand, you can get those numbers easily this way. And so the results, p-value is 0. Is there a relationship? Yes, there's a relationship between gender and what color preference they have.